What's up and Merry Christmas. Welcome back to some more Melvor Hardcore. This is Gen 2, episode 27. There's been a lot going on in the last week. I know I've done these tasks or got these items or whatever. I don't remember them. There's a lot happened. So let's dive in. First and foremost, I wrapped up the Dragon's Den. So I've got all the gear out of here. Everything's picked up. I think I got rid of the Twin Exiles, but I kept the Ancient Crossbow. Let's see here, which is what we're rocking now. I've got all the ancient gear. I thought there was a helmet or boots that came out of there, but it was a shield. I'd forgotten about that, and that shield got upgraded to this scaled shield. I had all the components for it. I just needed to get the shield piece done. So these are fully upgraded. Everything's done. Still don't have a good boot solution, so I've been trading the dragon boots back and forth between my melee and range character, just because I haven't gotten into the god dungeons yet to get one yet. So, been working on that. Got the pet. Everything is done there. So, he is here. Harley is done. So now we get a little +1 damage for some combat area monsters, which really don't need at this point, but it's there. So that, and I did the Mile Light place that here, yeah. So we got a little bit of rune preservation. So I already had all the gear out of the Mile Light place. I just needed to get the pet, and that took, I don't know, a couple of days. It seemed like it took forever to get completed. So what I've been doing in the meantime is actually rocking a bunch of these Elite Slayer tasks. So we are now down to, let's see here, 22 more tasks to be done. I've got almost 1.5 million Slayer coins, so that's really good. Strength hit level 99 yesterday, so now the attack and defense is going to rock up pretty fast too. Hopefully we get that done soon. I'll be working on that. That's pretty much what I'm going to start working on from this point forward, is to get all of these skills up to 99 so we can get the all skill cape and get combat done. Now everything's pretty well, level 90s in hit points, range, magic, and Slayer is not bad at all. I'm actually kind of a little disappointed that my defense and attack are so far behind. Maybe I might bump this up to 90 and then this one to 90 and then take them all the way up. I'm not sure. But definitely strength is done. Be working on attack from this point forward and then hit up defense. But the big thing that I've been working on just overnight, of course I had plenty of prayer points. I had like 700,000, but I've been fighting all this elite stuff and I've been trying to ensure that I don't die. So I've been using it to survive and burn down. So I may have to get some more of that soon. Food, I have a decent amount of food here, but definitely could use some more. So may have to do that at some point. Rune crafting, let's see. I have not looked at my stack of runes on this character. He's got plenty of the runes that I need. And I think he's rocking the nature staff. Yep. So for right now, we're using the nature staff. So I don't need to worry about rune crafting and anything at all right now. So what I'm basically saying is everything's stocked up on mats fairly well. Let's see. You have to go in here and click on this every single time. And then I've got plenty of the runes. So I'm good there. Let's get back into this. What I have been working on, so instead of say overnight, if I wasn't in combat, I would be fishing or I would be working on runes or replenishing whatever stock that I have, cooking up food or whatever, but I'm good on everything. So what I've been doing is focusing all my time on astrology, trying to get this done. And I've spent some quality time with this. It's pretty straightforward. Like there's no real gimmick to it or anything. But I've spent some quality time with it. You'll notice I'm not at my 95% mastery pool. That's because I've been leveling these up. Everything, all but one. I am down to one that needs to be 99. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to go back into combat today. I'll work on this overnight. This is kind of like, I don't care about this one, but I want to get it done and I want to get the benefits from it. So in one of the previous weeks, we've looked at this. I had gotten everything up to 80 mastery, which the key for me on 80 mastery is that unlocks these three. This last one unlocks at 99. So if you look at the this here, 80 unlocks the final standard modifier. So you're going to get these 3 plus these 2 uniques. So in my opinion, or in my mind anyway, having these unlocked and then these 2 gives you 5 of the 6 benefits. So that was a good, I don't want to say this, it's a good, not really a starting point, but a good place to be, because it's taken, I don't know, a week or whatever. I've been running this pretty much every night, and I ran it a lot over the weekend. That was what I did last weekend, and I don't know what I'll do this weekend, but that's what I ran a lot last weekend, was this, just getting this done. Maybe this weekend I'll do some thieving or something, try to work on some masteries on there, because there's a lot of masteries that can be done, and this can be worked on. Let's see, I can pop some points in there. But like, I could thieve off of these guys and work on that mastery, maybe work on the summoning, because this is going to be a completionist account. So what I'm trying to say is that I like to try to find things that I can work on, like over a weekend or whatever, or overnight. Things that can just run in the background. I don't have to worry about combat. I don't have to worry about any of that. It's going to push the full mastery and full completion forward. But like, I have all my skills at 99, so I don't need any of that. I don't do combat at night with my hardcore character, and kind of limits things out. So I'm more working on masteries of a night. But anyway, diving back into astrology, which is before I got sidetracked. So here is the active modifiers that I have now. This is not perfect. This is not complete. I'll probably rework some of this at some point. Even once I get 99s and everything, I think I want to change some of these. But what I did, I can tell you how I worked this. I kind of started from the final one and worked my way backwards. And I've focused a little bit more on the combat ones and a lot less on, say, like the summoning one. I really wanted some summoning stuff because I'm working on trying to keep my summoning up, work on the masteries, that kind of thing. This one I worked on prayer. This one was tough because it gives you defense and slayer. This one I put a little bit of effort into getting thieving. This one here, I think I did more magic. Of course, this one I did more range. This one I did more health. This one I did more strength. This one I didn't really care about because it's fishing and fire making, so I think I put more into fishing. This one I did more into strength. And this one here I haven't really cared about, although I will push it more into farming. And we'll dive into why. So if I go and explore this one here, this is summoning and herb lore. I don't care about herb lore so much. I do care about summoning because I'm making a lot of summoning tablets. So let's see, somebody in one of my comments, I don't remember who it was, but somebody put in the comments that they basically did the standard modifiers because this only costs one sand. They did that until they got a 5%. And then they rolled the individuals. Now, this is where having 95% mastery comes into play, because this 30 cost gets cut in half to 15. So what I've been doing is once I hit 95, I go tinker with this for a little bit and try to roll some more or whatever. So basically you go in here and you look at what I've been doing is looking at the possible modifiers, figuring out the one that I want. In this particular case, I'm more interested in summoning interval. Preserving charges is cool, but once you beat the end of the mist, you're going to get a spot up here where you can put the hat, and you'll still have the crown of relics plus the hat for necromancy, so I'm not too much worried about that. What I really want is this interval, make it go faster. I've settled on this because as I was rolling, I got 5% preserve resources, so I thought I'm going to hang on to that for a little while. And then I got another 3% and a minus 3% summoning interval. But what I really want is to get all of these in a 15% summoning reduction, interval reduction. I think that would be cool. Now, this other one over here, I don't really know what I was looking at for this one in particular. I just landed on this. I thought, hey, 4% chance to double items in summoning. And, this one I haven't decided. I hit this re-roll until I got something that looked cool, and then I walked away. I haven't decided if I want to have this balance between summoning and herb. Well, let me rephrase this. I want the chance to double items, but I don't know if I want it to be summoning, herblore, or a combination of the two. There's really nothing else in here. I don't need skill. I don't care about the mastery. I should, but I figured doubling items is probably going to do better for summoning. Herblore, I don't know. Again, it's going to either be doubling items in summoning or herblore, one of those combinations. So I may not get too picky about it. I may have like 2 of 5%. I may have 3 of them at 5%. For, say I have 3 summoning, say I have 2 summoning and an herblore. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I don't know. I'll work on that. This one's kind of unimportant. I kind of got it to a point where I was happy and walked away. What I did on, say, this one is I got it to where it was giving me gold from monsters. I got 5, I'm getting what? 11% gold from monsters. So I thought, that's a cool one to let it sit on. I really want to work for accuracy, but because I got that 5% for gold, I thought I'll let it sit on this one for a little bit. I wanted, and this is one I need to come back to really, because I wasn't sure how far this Stardust would go and how fast I would burn through it. So that's why I kind of stopped on this one. And, you know, I started here on the Chemican and I moved over to Haydn. So I had moved one over and I wasn't sure how far I'd go. So I'll probably redo this one at some point because I don't really care about the gold. I just need to get this back up to 15, the cost of 15. Now, this one down here, let's see. My choice is preserve prayer points, crafting interval, or double items when crafting armor. I could care less about crafting armor, and I could care less about crafting interval. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This is going to be preserve prayer points. I got a 5, a 3, and a 2, and eventually these are all going to be 5s, but I don't have it to that point yet. So that'll be this one. Let's see here. We go back to this one here. I have Hidden Defense and Slayer Coin. I think there is accuracy on this one I'd like to get, but because actually I'm not even doing anything with Slayer, so I am. I have to keep my accounts in mind. I'm thinking my standard account. So because I'm working on Slayer, this one's not a negative to have, and I get some Hidden Defense for whatever that's worth. We also get some damage to Slayer areas and tasks and Slayer area monsters, reflect damage and Slayer tasks. Again, this one hit 5%, so I left it for now. I'm undecided on this one. I don't know if I want to take more damage to Slayer tasks because that would be helpful, especially when we get into the really tough Slayer stuff. The reflect damage is kind of cool, though, and global evasion may not be too bad at all, either. Damage to Slayer area monsters might not be bad to have. If I could get 15% of that, or between Slayer tasks and Slayer monsters, because some of the end stuff, a lot of the end game stuff, not dungeons, like all the stuff that I'm getting into, these areas here, the Badlands, the Peaks, the Dark Waters, and the Unhallowed Wasteland, I'm going to spend a lot of time on these, and any benefit to not use less health would be great. So more damage to them and kill them faster would be awesome. Although reflect damage, maybe that's not so bad. Reflect 15% of damage back. I don't know. We'll see how this one shakes out. Undecided yet. Okay, moving on to this one. I left this at Thieving Mastery XP and gold from Thieving. I kind of just left this one. Let's see, magic. I took all hidden magic levels just because it turned up a few extra levels. Same thing with the magic accuracy. I kind of just left it at that. I'm really getting low on golden stardust, so I didn't really spend a whole lot of time with it. Let's see here. Ranged. I spent more on getting hidden ranged levels and ranged accuracy ratings. I figure these are probably going to be helpful. A lot, there is accuracy in here for overall accuracy, but I don't know, that's a lot to work towards. So getting these, again, I didn't know how low I was going to be on this stuff. These feel okay for now, especially since I'm working on ranged. A few extra range levels puts me above where I need to be, so in theory, I guess it's working quicker, if that makes sense. Because I'm actually, what, 8? God, math is so bad. I'm 11 levels higher than this now, if I'm understanding that correctly. So that's giving me the benefits of being that higher level. So that's cool. Again, I may take accuracy with this. We'll see. This one here, I got all accuracy on. Didn't get high enough, but again, I didn't want to spend too much time on it. And then I figured on this, a lower cooking interval would be handy. Lifesteal's cool and all, but I don't know if lifesteal works on hardcore. Food healing, yeah, that's cool. Hit point regen, I don't think works on hardcore. Chance to preserve food, yeah, that's fine. I think the cooking interval is the one that I want. I think I want -5% in all of this because it makes cooking go faster. And cooking is horrendously slow to begin with. So I think that's what I want. Accuracy up here. I don't think there's anything else that I want. Skill XP, I don't care about. Gold for monsters, nah. None of this cooking stuff. Doubling items, maybe. But if I can get accuracy there, I think that's the one I want to take. Let's see here. Of course, mining. I don't care about mining. This one I took the melee strength bonus. There didn't seem to be, like, I don't care about mining nodes. I don't care about damage to the mining nodes. I don't care about gems from mining. A lot of these things would be good early on. So I got some comments about, or a comment about how that somebody was going to work their astrology, and this is me in mid to late game. I don't know what I would do in early game, like how I would formulate this. Would I take all these XP boosts? Probably. I'm not sure, but I would probably run this and refactor it a few times. The only downside is you have to run it without making progress on other stuff to redo it. Like, you can just redo agility anytime with whatever mats and money you have. This one you have to actually grind up enough of these sands to make changes. So I don't know if I would do the XP or not, but in this particular case, the only one that I see beneficial to me currently is this melee strength bonus from equipment. So I'm going to work on that one. Of course, I got some accuracy in here, got a +5, so that's cool. Let's see, the fishing one, I just doubled items in fishing, and I got fishing interval reduction. If I have time left over and enough sand, these will all be -5s. You definitely want to double items and make it go faster. So that's what we're working on with this one. Let's see, got some accuracy rating here. Percent of maximum hit added to minimum hit. I thought that was pretty cool. This one, yeah, I don't need attack skill. I could use the attack level, sure, if I'm using the attack style, which I'm not, so I'll try to work on accuracy. And that's the other thing. I need to pay attention to which combat style I'm using and make sure that I use the level strength, hidden attack, whatever for that. Let's see. This one gives you 2 choice. There's only 2 choices. 5% of max hit to minimum hit or smithing interval. I don't give a shit about smithing interval, so we're working on that one. Very easy to choose between those. And then up to this one, I just worked on doubling items in farming and working on farm yield. I don't care about wood cutting. I don't care about bird's nests or any of that. So it's going to be farming yield and doubling items, because that's going to make things more beneficial over time. So this video's gone on for a little bit longer than I intended, but that is where we are. Where I'm going to go is to finish this astrology off, and then we're going to dive back into combat. Working on getting these done. That's pretty much the goal, is to get all of these at 99. And I may dial it back, depending, let's see, wrong button. Depending on, actually I need to go through these monsters and clear out a few of these. I really want to get into those dungeons, the higher end dungeons, but what I may do is, say I may go, because this is a completionist account, there is a pet for killing off these Golbins. I think the ranged Golbins count too. You had to kill, like, I don't know, some ridiculously 20 or 40,000 or something like that. There's a big chunk of them. I believe there's a pet that comes out of it. I may do that because I can work on all of these different disciplines and just let them go in the background. And that's a combat that I won't need to heal for, so I won't need anything there. I can just let melee run on it. I could almost let that run overnight for days. So it would slowly go up on the attack and everything, but I could let that run. There is a pet that comes from it. I think there's some things that come from that. So that may be something that I do, and let's just let that run over the weekend, because then I could leave my laptop running and let that go, continue forward on combat while not really using up any resources. Don't know. But video's gone on long enough. Need to cut it off here. We'll do it for this episode. We will catch you on the next one. Take care and Merry Christmas.